And welcome back to Coffee and Coverage. With open enrollment fast approaching, we are pausing our On the Road series to bring you the latest health insurance updates. But don't worry, we'll be back on the road in 2026. Today, we are excited to be joined by Marantz to help us understand what we can expect with Medicare this next year. Thanks for joining us today, Marantz.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Let's get started with Original Medicare. Do you know of any changes that we can expect to see with Part A and B?
As usual, there's increases.
Premiums?
Yep. So
Okay.
Part A premium, Part A deductible, and Part B deductible, and Part B premium as well. We don't know those numbers at this time. They usually aren't released till we're halfway through the AEP.
Okay. Can you explain IRMAA a little? Who gets hit with those extra costs?
Sure. So IRMAA is your income related monthly adjustment amount.
It's
long thing
mouthful.
there. Yeah. But it is based off of your modified adjusted gross income, whether you're filing married, filing joint, filing separate, individual, but it is based off of your MAGI from 2 years prior.
Okay.
So once you go to Medicare, it follows you for life. So 2025, starting this year in January, they were looking at 2023's income and so on. So 2026, they'll be looking at 2024's income. You can expect to pay higher amounts than the standard Medicare Part B premium amounts. And then you'll also have a higher amount for your Medicare Part D for your prescription drugs.
Okay. So moving to prescription drugs then, we have that $2,000 out-of-pocket cap that started this year. What is happening with that in 2026?
Well, they're pretty much keeping it the same. It's going to be moving to $2,100 instead of just the $2,000. So It did increase a little bit as well there, but nothing major.
Okay. I know insulin costs have been a concern. Are those protections continuing into 2026?
Yep. So they can't charge you over $35 for true insulin now. So we just have to make sure that is
what you're getting as a prescription. Okay. About half of Medicare beneficiaries look to be choosing Medicare Advantage plans. What changes should we expect to see if these plans change in 2026?
That is absolutely based on the carrier, whether it's some are no longer having $0 premiums. Maybe there's changes to their drug formulary with the plans that do include the prescription drug plans. It's really dependent on the carrier year to year.
Okay. How about Medicare cost plans? Should we expect to see similar changes to those?
That would, again, be the same. I know in our area, the one that we primarily work with, there wasn't a lot of changes this year going into 2026. So that's good news.
Always good news when it's not too much, right?
Yeah.
Too much changing.
Exactly.
If someone's current plan isn't going to be available to them in 2026, what options do they have?
Well, they would have a lot of options. Always start with your prescription drugs, right? You want to make sure that whether it's a Medicare Advantage plan with that included in there, that is going to cover what you're taking currently, what's going to meet your financial needs, your medical needs, all of that. So just sit down with somebody like myself and we can go through all of that.
Okay, so remind us again, when is open enrollment and what exactly happens during this period?
So the annual enrollment period runs October 15th through December 7th. That is when people have the opportunity to make any changes to their plan. So maybe they got a letter from their Medicare Advantage plan that their plan is no longer going to be existent as of January of the new year. That is a time for them to come sit down and go through the other options that are available to them.
Okay. If someone is generally happy with their current coverage, do they still need to review anything?
It's always really important to review the letters that you're getting, especially this time of year. They're going to tell you your premium increases. Maybe there's a prescription that's not going to be covered on their formulary for the year ahead. So always open those letters. Make sure that everything looks okay.
Okay. How should people approach comparing the plans?
Definitely reach out to, a licensed agent, again, like someone like myself here at Pinnacle Employee Benefits, and sit down with them and review. make sure you're understanding both sides of what their needs are and helping them find the right plans.
Where can people go for help if they need assistance navigating these changes? So like you said earlier, we at Pinnacle can certainly help with that. So any final thoughts for people on Medicare during an annual enrollment period?
Again, I would just say open your letters, make sure they're not deciding not to cover a certain prescription you're on. Make sure you're able to afford the new premiums for the year ahead, or that your plan isn't ending due to no fault of your own. Just all of those really important things. We only have a little window to do stuff, to make those changes.
Right. All right. Well, thank you, Marantz, so much for joining me today and for answering our questions. Like she mentioned, if you or someone you know needs assistance with Medicare this annual open enrollment period, give us a call at 701-858-0058. Be sure to check out all of our Medicare resources on our website. Thanks for watching. And remember, coffee is optional, coverage is not. See you next time.